Hello, hello, my light workers. Grand Rising. So, this is New Light Tarot, and I'm here to do your first half of July readings for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. I know that I was supposed to do your second half of June readings, guys, but since it's so close to July, I figured, hey, why don't I just start the July readings? So again, this is for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, for the first half of July. Okay, and I hope everyone's doing well out there. I hope everyone's feeling good, embracing this beautiful weather that we're having. Okay, let's jump into this. So, Spirit, I ask you to please be here with me as I read for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, for the first half of July. And happy birthday to all of you Cancers who are celebrating your birthdays now at the end of June into July. So happy birthday, Cancer. Wow, look at that. It's your card. It's your energy, of course. It's beautiful when you pull someone's energy while you're trying to give them the reading, right? Okay. So, Spirit, I ask you to please allow me to be an open, clear vessel for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising for the first half of July. I ask you, Spirit, to please allow your messages to come through for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Whatever you want to come through, Spirit, please allow these messages to come. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, one last time, guys. Okay. Cards, please, Spirit. Oh, look, this was the card that was at the bottom when I originally started, so that's funny. 2 more cards, please, Spirit, for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, and I saw this card as well while I was shuffling. Okay, so Cancer for your first half. Oh, well, all of these cards I saw while I was shuffling, so I feel like I'm feeling pretty in tune with you guys so far. So I guess you're going to have to let me know, depending on how the reading goes, right? Okay. So Cancer for the first half of July. I see here, okay, perhaps you have a lot of options, okay? Maybe your mind right now is a bit clouded, a bit foggy, because you have a lot of options here, a lot of decisions to make when it comes to a partner. Now, it could be you have a lot of choices when it comes to love. Maybe a lot of people are pining for your attention, wanting to show you love. But none of these options are what you want, I feel. Perhaps there's one option here that you want and the other ones you're not really feeling. It could be possibly you're dreaming a lot about your partner, your lover, the person that you're thinking about when it comes to this reading. I feel like you're feeling a bit confused here, okay? There's some sort of decision that you're needing to make, and you're feeling a bit clouded. Your judgment here is a bit clouded, I feel, because, again, you have a lot of options. Or if this is not you, Cancer, that has a lot of options, perhaps the person that you're thinking of has a few options being thrown at them. And I feel here, okay, as the center energy, this Ace of Cups in reverse. So I feel like you wanted to give someone your love, okay, your devotion. And I feel like it was rejected here, okay? So I feel like Spirit is telling you that even though you were trying to pour your love out into someone else, okay, and that's your Cancerian wanting to love someone else and pour all of your energy, all of your efforts, because look at this card, right? There's an overflowing amount of love here. But because it's in reverse, I feel like you tried pouring all of that love to someone, but it wasn't reciprocated. So I feel like Spirit here is trying to tell you, you know what, you don't need to throw all of your energy into someone else. You can throw that energy now into yourself, okay? All about like healing yourself, self-love. But I do see here perhaps, you know, someone had a few options, and maybe they rejected your offer of love, okay? Or maybe you rejected someone else's offer of love, okay? I do see here now, if it's you rejecting someone's love, oh, sorry about that, guys. If you're the one that's rejecting someone, okay, because there's confusion here or a lot of options, I feel like this person is feeling very left out in the cold. Maybe this could be you feeling very left out in the cold, very alone. You know, kind of feeling like you went through a struggle with someone here, okay? Maybe you had some financial difficulties with somebody. Or it doesn't necessarily have to be finances. It could just mean that you are feeling like you're in a bit of strife was the first word that came to my mind. But like, just like you're having some issues with someone, okay? Feeling lonely, feeling left out in the cold. Feeling kind of like abandoned, I feel like, by this person, feeling wounded, feeling hurt, maybe because someone else had a bunch of options and, you know, it left you feeling a bit depleted here, I feel, because you poured so much of your love and your energy into them and you were just kind of met with like a cold shoulder. But I do see here something in divine timing will be coming back. Okay, I feel like Spirit is trying to awaken you when it comes to some situation. Now, if that be, you know, you needing to heal yourself and pour this love into yourself, I feel like Spirit's trying to awaken you to this revelation, okay? You know, to kind of like cut through the fogginess of your mind, of your heart, and kind of like awaken you, shaking you from your slumber, because I feel like for a period of time, while you were left out in the cold, you were kind of sleeping. And I feel like Spirit is trying to awaken you, okay? It could be, you know, having an awakened moment and a bit of enlightenment here through Spirit. Perhaps maybe this person who abandoned you at one time because perhaps they had other options elsewhere, maybe they'll be coming back around to you. I do see here also with the Judgment card, it could symbolize someone, you know, physically calling you. Okay. I don't know why I just got the thought in my head of someone kind of like standing out of your window with like a boom box or like a trumpeter trying to like, you know, like call you, talk to you if you're like ignoring them. It doesn't even necessarily have to be that. My imagination gets the best of me sometimes. It could just mean someone's just trying to physically, you know, dial you, call you. And you know what? If it's someone else that you're rejecting, okay, that you're leaving out in the cold because maybe you're the one that had a lot of options here, I feel like, you know, this call may be rejected if it is a call, right? Someone's love, your love, excuse me, someone trying to reach out to you to show you love may be rejected here. Okay, but I feel like this reconciliation is the strongest energy here, right? This judgment energy, this awakening, it's the strongest energy here. Okay, so even though there's a bit of rejection here, and like a false start, not even a false start, but maybe like difficulty when it comes to expressing your love, maybe feeling a bit depleted emotionally, I feel like Spirit's going to clear away that energy, right? In order for something to be resurrected, something has to die, okay? So I feel like, you know, you're kind of making it through this difficulty, this dark night of the soul, you know, this death here. I feel like, you know, with winter, there's death, right? So I feel like you're kind of in a way like in a dark night of the soul right now, struggling through the cold, struggling through the winter season, even if it's not literally, even though right now in the US it's, it's summer right now. Um, it could just mean that you're kind of like walking through like the valley of, the shadow of the, what is that? What is that? The valley of the shadow of death or something like that. But anyway, you're walking through something difficult here to come back and make it, into like, like where winter's like death, right? Am I making sense? Where winter's like death, right? And you're making it through that time period to be awakened again, okay? So you're allowing something to die off in the winter season just for it to be reawakened, okay? So you're healing is what I'm trying to get at, okay? From the situation where you felt, again, emotionally depleted here. Because, again, maybe someone left you out in the cold or, abandoned you, left you alone. Maybe because they were out here, like looking at all these options like, oh my God, this option's beautiful. Oh wait, no, this option's great. Oh no, this option's beautiful. No, wait, what about this one? This one? But none of these options here are valuable, right? None of them, they're all kind of like building sandcastles in the sky, right? It's kind of like illusions here. Again, you could be dreaming a lot about your person. Maybe you're dreaming about them and maybe they woke you up with a phone call. Maybe you were just dreaming about this person, okay? And perhaps like they woke you up with like some kind of phone call or maybe like a dream woke you up here. Okay, Cancer. It's very Cancerian, the dream-like vibes, right? Okay, so like let's get into this. Oh look, King of Cups. So Cancerian vibes here. Scorpio or Piscean as well. So deep emotions, Two of Cups. Okay, so this, you feel very connected to this person, whoever it was that, made you feel a bit abandoned here and depleted emotionally, like they weren't receiving your love. When you were trying to offer it to them, they kind of like smacked your hand away when you tried giving it to them. I feel like that's how you're feeling. And they kind of like abandoned you here, or maybe you abandoned them because, tarot is very fluid. So, take the energies and reverse it if need be, okay? And take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Maybe some of you guys, Seven of Pentacles energy. I don't know why I said that, even though I was looking at the Seven of Cups. But perhaps some of you guys have invested a lot of your time and your energy into something. And, you invested so much of your hard work and your time and energy into something just for it to kind of be like, like foggy still, like confusing still, like not knowing which direction to go in still. Anyway, with the Seven of Cups energy, please, Spirit. Seven of Cups, please. So again, having confusion here because you have a lot of choices, a lot of options, perhaps dreaming about somebody. Perhaps dreaming a lot about someone and needing to make some kind of decision here. Seven of Cups. Spirit, please. The Seven of Cups energy. Seven of Cups. Ooh. Justice and that King of Cups. Except now he came out reversed. So I feel like you're feeling confused when it comes to someone, or someone's feeling confused when it comes to you because, the King of Cups energy. So maybe there's a crosswatcher out there watching for a Cancer. And, or again, Cancer, this could be you feeling this way about your person because maybe you could be dealing with a water sign individual, or you could just be dealing with that energy. But I feel like you're feeling so confused because this individual is very emotionally unavailable. Okay, and you're trying to bring some kind of justice, some kind of truth, some kind of balance back to the situation. This could mean that you're going possibly to the justice system. Okay. Maybe going to court when it comes to this emotionally unavailable person, this emotionally manipulative person as well. Now you have a whole bunch of options, okay? But you're also feeling a bit confused again, okay? So even if it's not going to the justice system, I feel like you're asking for some kind of truth and clarity, okay? Because again, right? Remember, you were feeling confused about a situation, too many options. Feeling confused. Nothing was tangible, nothing was real, okay? It was kind of like fantasies. So now you're cutting through this illusion, okay? Where at one time you were blinded, right, by this illusion here, okay, by these fantasies of this emotionally unavailable individual. Sorry about that. I'm so like anal retentive, I feel like, when it comes to my crystals sometimes. So anyway, like OCD, like it needs to be a certain way, okay? An anagram 4. Anyway. TMI, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, so I feel like yeah, so you're trying to like find some truth and clarity and balance, and you're trying to restore some sort of balance here, and cut through illusion and fog from this person who was a bit emotionally manipulative. So it was probably someone else, okay, Cancer, if it wasn't you that was being emotionally manipulative to someone else. Maybe, also I do see Libra energy here if you guys wanted to know. And I also see the judgment, Scorpio energy here, because judgment is Scorpion energy. Okay, King of Cups is also Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So, yeah, again, I feel like you're cutting through some kind of illusion here where someone was kind of a bit emotionally manipulative with you and kind of left you in a fog, and confused. I feel like you're kind of like seeking for truth and answers, and restoring balance within your own self, to kind of like combat these illusions, right? To kind of like fight away these illusions that were given to you. Okay, so this Ace of Cups in reverse. Ooh, I feel like this tried to go reverse, but it didn't. It like went sideways. So the Fool card. So you could be dealing with an Aries. Okay, maybe it could be your Venus sign. I like to do personal Venus readings. But I don't know why I thought about Venus signs here. So maybe you're like a Cancer Venus and, dealing with an Aries Venus. Or maybe you're dealing with an Aries individual. Or it could just be the energy. So I see here, right, you were trying to give your love to someone, but you're feeling, again, like emotionally, like depleted, right? Because someone was emotionally unavailable here. So it's like your love was kind of like poured out. So it's like, all of your love and your encouragement and devotion was kind of like, like poured out. You know what I mean? But even though it was, like kind of like, you felt depleted here, I'm wondering if this means you're willing and wanting to start a new journey with this person, or if you're willing and wanting to, you know what? I feel like there are Cancers here that are leaving the situation behind because they were, they were left out in the cold and abandoned. Okay. And I feel like, if your love isn't reciprocated, and I feel this, right? Like, as a Cancer, I totally can understand this. If your love is not reciprocated, if your love is just kind of being poured out onto the floor and being wasted, right? It's not being, it's not being replenished, right? Your love isn't, going back into someone, and you're able to, kind of like cycle it back to each other, recycle, you know what I mean? Like giving it back to each other. You're willing and wanting to step away from this situation. Okay. So I feel like for some of you Cancers, because this person kind of rejected you, I feel like emotionally, you're going to step away. You're going to jump into something brand new, and I feel like something is going to come here quickly, okay? Because you have major arcanas here. You have 3 major arcanas, so far. So it's like, because this person was emotionally unavailable, I feel like you're wanting to start something brand new elsewhere. Okay. For some of you Cancers, I feel like you're still wanting to give into the situation and ask for it to be revived again. Okay. So even though right now, there's no love being poured into you, perhaps you're not even pouring love into someone else. Um, Maybe you're just trying to pour the love right now into your own self, okay? Heal yourself, love yourself, okay? And then maybe after you heal and love yourself, okay? This Ace of Cups in reverse, then maybe you're willing and wanting to start a journey again with this person, okay? Like having a second chance. So, Five of Pentacles, please, Spirit. What is this Five of Pentacles energy? Five of Pentacles. So even though this person left you out in the cold, or maybe you left someone else out in the cold here, Spirit, I do feel like, Spirit, guys. Sorry, that made me laugh. Even though some of you guys have felt abandoned, okay, left out in the cold, maybe you're financially struggling right now. That could be it as well. But I feel like it's mostly someone has left you, okay? Where either you were being emotionally unavailable to someone or someone was emotionally unavailable to you. But I don't feel like that makes... So even though someone kind of abandoned you, right? And you're now like alone, I feel like they're watching you. Okay. Now if it's them not watching you and you know for a fact that you're sitting there and looking at their social media and watching them and checking up on them, then obviously this is your energy, right? But if you know for a fact that you're not the one that's doing that, if you're not looking at oh my goodness, I got a throat tickle. So this is resonating with somebody out there, telling me to shut up, huh? I took your breath away. Okay. So yeah, so I feel like if it's, what was I saying? If it's you that's the one that's watching this individual, okay, getting tarot readings done on this person, watching their social media, right? I feel like it's because maybe you want to come out of the cold with this individual, okay? Perhaps you're wanting to start something brand new here. If it's not you that's watching them and you kind of just stepped away because you felt iced out and abandoned and you're not the one that's watching them, I feel like they're heavily watching you, okay? Yeah, so... Queen of Wands in reverse here I'm looking at. It's at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know if you're dealing with Aries, right? Because I do see Aries energy here. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But Queen of Wands in reverse to me can be a woman or a individual. Doesn't have to necessarily be masculine or feminine, because tarot is very fluid, right? So it's all about energies. It's not about gender. But I feel like with this energy, someone's feeling a bit jealous. So if someone's watching, okay, watching someone else here, okay, watching this person who's emotionally unavailable, they feel abandoned by their person, but they're also feeling very jealous while they're watching. They're not having the best of thoughts here, not the happiest of memories, needing to, look at this, rest and heal, okay? Because again, this love needs to be given to yourself. This love was rejected by somebody else, okay? And I feel like Spirit's here telling you to rest and heal yourself, okay? Because you keep reliving some kind of situation in the past. You keep reliving some sort of negative memory here, perhaps with an ex-lover. But there needs to be some sort of transformation here, okay? Look, just like I fucking said earlier, right? In order for something to be resurrected, it needs to die. It needs to die off before it can be resurrected. So something is going through a death stage here, okay? With this winter, with this coldness. Something is going through a transformation, okay? Something is being transformed right now. So it can be resurrected. Because to me, the overall energy is kind of a bit like a future card. So it's like in the future soon. To me, judgment is like quick, soon energy, right? Like, who is this? Archangel Gabriel, I believe it is. He's like blowing, sounding the horn. Okay, awaken. Okay, wake up. Okay, go through this transformation, heal, rest. Okay, stop reliving these negative memories that you keep having. Okay, heal from this jealous kind of energy here. Okay, transform. Look at this strength, right? So I don't know if you're dealing with a Leo, okay, because I did mention Leo with this Queen of Wands energy. It could be Aries again. But strength, having the strength to be able to face your fears, okay? To go through the valley of the shadow, okay? To go through this winter, to have the strength, to have the courage to be able to make this leap forward, okay? Fire sign here, okay? This motivation, this encouragement to be able to be, courageous, brave, the strength, okay? To, you have, if it's not, okay, so this Queen of Pentacles can mean like you're nurturing yourself, loving yourself, okay? Or it can mean like a committed individual here, okay? Going into commitment. Anyway, okay, so let's grab one last card. I feel like I've been on this reading forever now, 26 minutes. Literally almost a half hour. I try to do only 20-minute readings, and I feel like I always go over. Okay, one last card, please, Spirit. This Judgment. Judgment, please, Spirit. Judgment, please, Spirit. One card, please, for this Judgment. So, again, an awakening, okay? Maybe someone's going to physically be calling you. Maybe you feel like the universe is giving you a whole bunch of signs, okay? But needing something to be resurrected. So, there can be definitely a reconciliation with this individual. Maybe they're watching you, okay? Right now, they're probably emotionally unavailable. But I feel like there will be some truth and clarity, cutting through this illusion here, and there will be some sort of second chance. I do feel like with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, perhaps they were giving to two individuals, it could be. And if it wasn't two individuals, it could just mean that their energy was just like disconnected, right? It was kind of like separate. They were giving their energy to, like maybe breadcrumbing you. Okay, I believe I said that in the beginning of this video. Maybe breadcrumbing you, their time, their energy, their effort, their love, where you thought they were giving you, or they claimed that they were giving you so much of their time, attention, whatever. But come to find out they had so much more than that, and they were just giving you like pennies, like change, right? Where they had an abundance somewhere, but they were giving you pennies, okay? Making it seem like, oh, they were giving you so much. Like, no, they weren't. Okay, so I feel like there was an imbalance here when it came to, again, it could be finances, where you're struggling financially and someone was lending you money. Okay, it could be money. Someone's asking you to borrow some. Maybe someone's lending you some, okay? Or if it's not finances, actual physical money, because normally my readings are about love. But it could be very much, asking someone to borrow money. Or it could be in the justice system. Maybe you're receiving money, okay? Or it could be that someone was kind of just like, like crumbing you when it came to giving you attention and love, okay, and devotion, and you felt depleted by this. But I do feel like there will be a comeback around. I feel like Spirit's warning you not to be too impulsive here. So be careful. Not to just throw your energy anywhere, okay, but try to direct it, have it focus, and not to be too impulsive here. So I feel like for this reading, guys, you're focusing on balancing what just was imbalanced here, and you're fighting for what's just and what's true, okay? So If this reading resonated, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know your personal individual stories. So yeah, please feel free to comment below. And if you'd like a personal reading, I also left my information in the description box below. So I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye, Cancer.